Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the movie Downsizing. I found the premise of this movie really intriguing, and to be honest, when there was like trailers and stuff coming out for it, I looked at it and I'm like, huh, that looks alright, and then just never watched it. And now that I have watched it, I can definitely say that it is fucking boring. What saves it is you have actors like Christoph Waltz and Matt Damon in this movie, which obviously are just amazing actors. But my problem with this movie kind of lies in the fact that, like I said, I found the premise really intriguing to this movie, which basically is just about people shrinking themselves down like to 4 inches tall or something to, I think that's what they said, like around 4 inches, something like that. Pretty massive still. I mean, 4 inches is pretty big. I mean, that's all I'm saying. But people basically shrink themselves down to, well, for the most part, for them, it's like making shit cheap. Like, there's more to it than that. But for the characters in the movie, it's like, oh man, we are, are in a financial rut. If we shrink ourselves, then we can basically buy a mansion with like $10. It's kind of the premise. Which, to be honest, is actually pretty cool for the most part until, like, Matt Damon's character gets into the world of, the tiny 4-inch people. And then from there, it just kind of, I guess, just changes into a movie about Matt Damon's character. And then he's kind of just living in this world, but it never really makes that much of an impact on his character after he initially goes in there. So it kind of makes the premise overall feel, like, not that cool. Or at least, like, they set it up to be something a little bit more interesting. And it just more so became a generic character piece, which, to be honest, I don't know if I'd be saying it was generic if they didn't set it up to be more than it was. Like I said, I found the premise for the actual movie intriguing to watch, and I liked it, but then once that, kind of settled in, they didn't really go anywhere with it, and it just made the movie, again, feel pretty boring and just kind of flatlined. Like, it set itself up for, I feel like, more than it did, and it just rode that wave until you hit credits, and then you're like, alright, I guess, I watched it. I enjoyed the performances, and I actually think the direction is really good. I think there's a lot of actually interesting and very colorful scenes, not necessarily colorful in the general sense you would think of, but everything's, like, bright. It just looks clean. It's a very good looking movie. But that's pretty much where the praises end for me, because I just feel like, again, the story set itself up for more and ultimately didn't really deliver and just gave me kind of a bland experience by the end of it with nothing to remember. There's a lot of reasons why, I wouldn't recommend a movie, and this one is a little bit different because I feel like this movie had a lot of potential and does do some things, actually really well, but then just really drops the ball on the most important things, in my opinion. And, overall, again, just doesn't really make it that memorable of an experience, and for that, I just can't really recommend it, man. I just don't think it's worth your time to put 2 hours into this movie if you're not really going to get anything that satisfying out of it. I don't doubt that some people may feel differently than I do, but, for me, it just wasn't really it. But with that being said, guys, that's going to go ahead and do it for the video. Be sure and let me know what you thought. If you have seen this movie, let me know what you thought about it. I am genuinely curious. This is one of those where I feel like, for the most part, film is really fun to me because I do like talking about it with different people, and I feel like there's so many different tastes, and some people may, hate this, or one guy might, love this, and everybody else hates it. I always love that, so if anybody does have a, kind of different opinion on this movie or something, let me know. I'm curious. But anyway, that's gonna go ahead and do it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later. Peace.